Yeah. So all right. So let's go more on the personal end. Father. I don't know. Are you married? Or
Not yet.
you're not
Engaged.
yet? Okay. Engaged.
Hmm.
Um, how is it balancing all the above?
It's definitely challenging. It's
Mm-hmm.
definitely challenging. I definitely got to shout out my fiance Deidre because she holds it down.
Mm.
She's her own person. She's her own entity. She's her own everything. You know what I mean? And the sacrifices that we make for each other. But I'm talking about her right now. So the sacrifices that she makes. Just to make sure that we can both have our careers and do these things and everything like that. Like I really appreciate that woman for real. You know what I mean? But that she makes it a lot easier. When I have to be out on the road, I'm Mr. Sauce to go now. You know what I'm saying? Or I work on the road and travel all the time, and dealing with doing this music stuff and everything. And once again, she has her own businesses and everything like that too. But I really appreciate the times that she sacrifices, to make sure that we can both do what we got to do. And of course, like on my end, I do the same thing for her too,
Right.
and
Yeah.
that, like I said, that's the more personal side of things. People just see us on social media, you know what I mean? But it's like, man, when y'all see her, I'm at home with the kids.
Right. Right.
When y'all see me, she at home with the kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I know that life.
You know
And
what I
you
mean?
gotta make it happen like that.
Right.
You have to make it happen.
Right.
What along the journey?
Mm-hmm.
What were some like real life changing pivotal moments for you personally?
Personally, um, um, once again, just dealing with different people, different personalities, different mindsets, different beliefs. That I think that was the most challenging to me, because another thing that I like to I've been thinking about, or God been speaking to me lately, is projection. The word projection, I like to say that, I like to use that. And we will project our mindsets or our vision onto others, in such a nasty way. A lot of times, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy, so the things that I had to deal with personally in my life that were tough for me, especially in the more recent years, were just people really not seeing my vision or not understanding what I was trying to do, and projecting onto me that I was a different type of person than I really am, or that I was moving a different way than I really am. You know what I'm saying? So once again, like, I'm doing what I'm doing, and like I said, it's people not understanding, not knowing, and started calling me out of my name, or started, like I said, putting labels on me or titles on me that, like, oh, like he's a clout chaser. I see him posting mad pictures with celebrities. He's clout chasing. I'm like, bro, I really work with these dudes. And
Right.
like, they on my line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Are you not supposed to?
you know what I'm saying? Like, marketing, promoting. But, so it was like, it was really hard because I found myself kept explaining myself to people for no reason. Like I said, I'm not nothing that people were saying. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't on the type of time that people were saying I was on, but I kept finding myself, nah, man, that's not it. That's not what it is. That's not. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? This is all love. And then I just had to, like, yo, that's the devil.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And once again, it's tough because, man, the devil he'll play with. He'll come into you real
strategic,
close.
boy.
Yeah, that exactly. Like, he'll use
boy.
people close to you. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And that was the biggest challenge because, once again, like, we from Harrisburg. You know what I'm saying? So what that really means is we got a pretty strong backbone. You know,
Right.
I mean, most of us from here. You know what I mean? We deal with a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'm used to, man. If people don't like me, I don't be caring. People say stuff about me. I really don't care.
Right.
But when it started happening to people that I felt like were close to me, and people that I actually respected their opinions, and people that I wanted to hear from, and people that I wanted to, then the devil started playing mind tricks on me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And like it's people that I'm reaching out and I'm like, yo, man, what you think about this? Or yo, I'm about to go do this. I think that this is so dope. And they're like, man, that's alright. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, well, damn, dog. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was my homie for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just like I said, just learning how to recognize certain energies and what's for you and what's not. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the most difficult thing personally, because like I said, you could be trying to do anything in this world, man. You could be trying to. I see it all the time. Like I said, you could be an activist. You could be anything. You could be a pastor or preacher, and somebody would be out here like, man, they probably not all the way right. You know, they probably in the church just painting their own pictures of who they think the person is.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? For no reason. It's just like, that's the devil speaking.
Right.
That's how I look at that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, like nobody giving you no, like, yeah, that you heard about that happening all the way across the country. So now anybody that's in this title or in this position, you know what I'm saying? Don't do that.
Yeah. Has there ever been a moment when you gave up? Because 20 years, you can.
No.
Really nice.
No. That's my that's part of my story. That's part of my story, bro, and I'm so serious about that. I thought about it just to make sure I wasn't tripping, but I really didn't have to think about it. But I just thought about it just in case, just to be like, man, did I ever have it? No, I really didn't, bro. Like
what?
ever.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say just ever since I started, like I said, them little sparks I was talking about earlier. I appreciate those sparks.
Gotcha, and they keep you going.
That's what kept me going. You know what I'm saying?
That was my next question. What is it that kept you moving? What kept you going? Because when do you feel like it really started shaking and moving for you?
So it's two different moves. Because like I said, I always respect what I've done in my city locally. You know what I mean? So like, it first started really shaking and moving for me when I started working with groups and labels. So like, shout out to Real Entertainment, Hungry Entertainment, like Hungry Entertainment, NASCAR Nat. That was the first group I was with. You know what I'm saying? He's NASCAR. He's down there in the A right now with Future. You know what I'm saying? Doing big things.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying? But he helped out a lot of people from the city, and
he's from here?
Yeah, he's from here.
Okay.
Yep. And I was with his group first, you know what I'm saying? I was a young boy, I was like 14, 15.
Wow.
I was a producer with his group. And that's when I started to really see like, okay, like, and once again, he had a group, it was a real group, real business behind it, LLC behind it, called Hungry Entertainment. DJ Odini, like I said, his name was Nat King at the time, but he goes by NASCAR Nat now. Metaphor, rest in peace to Medi. That's my dog. But we had, you know what I mean, like it was. But pretty much all I'm saying is when I got with the groups and stuff, it wasn't just the group, but it was like I started getting with some dope groups locally that was really moving, putting out mixtapes, putting out visuals, doing shows, and that's when I started seeing like, okay, like I can start being in the mix a little bit.
Yeah. What was a moment, or I guess we could say what was a moment, or just something that like really changed your mindset as you started to develop? Because you're saying, you started to change, really the mindset started to change around 28, 29, 30. Like, was there anything that helped you during that time to help you shift your mindset? Like reading anything? Watching anything?
I'm a big reader.
You are?
I'm a big reader.
Nice.
So everybody read the 48 Laws of Power.
Absolutely.
Once again, because of my spirit, I don't agree with
a lot of it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I read something like that, and I'm like, yeah, this is strictly talking about power.
You're manipulating.
You know what I'm saying?
I said that right after I read it. I'm like, oh my God, this is, if I was a stone cold man, I would. You could run with this stuff, but this my heart wouldn't let me.
Exactly. Like I said, this is life. You're supposed to soak things in and apply what applies to you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You can't ever take everything for what it is.
Absolutely.
Or apply everything for what it is.
Absolutely.
So, but I did get some good stuff out of that book. There's a book called the Seven Habits of Highly Effective People.
My favorite book in the
Mm-hmm.
whole world. My favorite book in the whole. That book changed my life. I read it when I was 21.
Mm-hmm.
Changed my life forever.
Yep.
That everybody listen.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody get that book. Like
Mm-hmm.
that is the book that did it for me. And it's not just one area of life; it's multiple areas.
Right.
Of life. Helps you start to. When did you read? Did you read that book around that time? Like
no, actually, I just read that book
ooh,
2 months ago.
Ooh, I know that book, man.
And yeah, you know, I felt it. Yep. That book, everybody needs to read that.
Oh
book.
man, it puts a lot of things, mostly everything, in perspective,
Mm-hmm.
especially yourself.
Yep.
Like
Mm-hmm.
it makes you really sit down. Like, am I?
Yep.
Did I?
Mm-hmm.
Is it because?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it makes you sit back
and it's real.
really,
And it's real. Y'all need to hear that. Y'all need the
Yeah.
messages, the gems in that book is real.
Yeah, parents, relationship, business, personal. It just got it. That
Mhm.
book. You ever heard of the book No Excuses?
No.
Brian Tracy. That's another one.
Yeah.
I didn't come across that book until like last year, but those books, I believe they go hand in hand.
Right.
You know, Seven Habits is still my favorite,
Right.
but those books go hand in hand. Like No Excuses is more the straightforward talking to you, like you do it, da, 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 da. And, like it's telling you straightforward what you're saying. No Excuses is more like you sitting down with a therapist and they're like, well, you know, they ask you questions about yourself. That's more like it's the nicer version of it, but they're both pretty much around the same principles.
Right.
It's just the delivery is given out different.
Right, that's dope. Let me check that out.
Tell me something else, another book you like. Something else. Give me another one. One more.
What's another book?
You ever read The Alchemist?
Yes.
Alchemist.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't finish that though. Now that you're talking about it,
gotta finish that.
Yeah, I read a lot of it.
Yeah,
but I think I'm almost at the end. Yeah, that's a really good book. Though.
I like that. That was the first book I read in like my journey of like becoming a better person. That was the very first book I read.
Yeah,
like 19 or something. Okay.
So another big thing. So once again, it's perspective is crazy, bro. Mm-hmm. I learned a lot off of watching interviews, podcasts, documentaries, and I just want to, I don't know, once again, it seems like not cliche, but it seems like a no-brainer to someone like me to like, yo, like, you can pick up so much things or you know, help your own situation out by, you know, seeing how someone else got through it or whatever. But once again, I've came across certain spirits that actually look at that like a bad thing. Like they're not trying to be on social media seeing what everybody else is doing and looking at everybody else's life, because it's like I think it's like they compare their life to what everybody else is doing instead of looking at it in like a motivational or inspirational way. Right. They look at it like, man, like they're doing all of these things and I'm not doing none of this stuff, and it makes them feel worse about their situation instead of like finding the jewels that they're supposed to be looking at and how they get out of situations that other people may have been in. You know,
that person needs to read 7 Habits of Highly Effective People,
right?
Because that is the absolute truth. So if you're looking at things from that perspective, maybe you shouldn't be on social media, number one, but then you got to go self-reflect and figure out why it's affecting you that way. Right. Because I do get motivated. Like, I get motivated. Right. Like, like I said, when you came in with the mobile studio drink, I was like, oh, shoot. Like, I was so, like, I never seen nothing like that before in my life. So that stuff like that motivates me, you know? When I see, like, the moves we made, when I see the Master P thing, all that, like, that stuff is like, ooh, I love it. You know what I mean? I love stuff like that, man.
Absolutely.
But some people, they get envious. They I ain't even about to go deep on that. I ain't about to go in on that.
That's why, you know, like I said, we need to be out here helping each other out, man. That's why, like I said, you know, when it comes to this music and just whatever it is about anything that to do with me, I'm here to help. I'm here to lift people up. I'm here to motivate, inspire. I'm not trying to knock nobody down. I'm not trying to step on nobody. None of that. You know what I'm saying? Like we all gotta grow. We all gotta be better because This is all, we all gotta, once again, we all dealing with this life in our own way, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. At this point in your life, is there anything internally, or what are you working on now internally?
Internally?
Yeah. Things with yourself that you had to deal with or fix or change.
I'm always working on my spirit. I feel like even though I feel like I'm a great person now, I feel like I know I'm not perfect. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And why stop working on stuff that could be in? You can never stop working on yourself.
Absolutely.
You're never gonna be perfect. So
yeah, I remember a point in time, my early 20s, I thought that I had it all figured out. I remember that, yo. I remember after reading all these books and all this stuff, I'm like, yo, I figured out life, and then something else happened. I'm like, maybe I don't know life like I thought,
Right.
It was funny. It happened to my folks, man. Last year, he had starting on his journey of self-improvement and stuff like that. And he came to me and he was like, man, I got it figured out. His first book. After reading his first book, he got it figured out. I was just like, I looked at him. I said, bro, you ain't got it figured out.
Right.
As much as you think you got, I'm telling you, bro.
What you feeling good?
Right. What you think you know, you have no idea, because you can't even see what you don't see.
Right.
Like, you can't see it yet.
Right.
You can't see it until you see it. If that makes any sense. Like you cannot. Some things you just can't see until you're able to see it. So yeah, man, listen, I think that's a great point for people to understand. Don't ever think you can never figure it out.
Right.
It's a consistent work, because even if let's say you figured out how to do self-control, right? And let's say you ignore it for a year and you're going to look back and it's like, I'm not as self-controlled as I was. So even if you get better in a certain area, somewhere is going to lag in other areas. So many areas. You may be doing great in business and suck as a parent.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, you don't realize it until you realize it. Like, man, I ain't played no basketball with my son in like 3 months. What's going on? You know what I mean?
Right.
In those situations. People coming up now in this industry, man, you've been around, you've done a lot. What's some advice you would give to that next 17, 18, 19-year-old coming up in it? What's some advice you would give to them?
Keep your imagination. Real big on that, because once again, it saddens me, bro. I'm 34. I'm about to be 35 this year in a couple months, June 10th. And once again, I got. So I used to hang out with people that was older than me. You know what I'm saying? So all of my friends turned 30 before I did. And do you know what I witnessed? Depression. I've seen a lot of people starting to, oh man, like doing all, what am I like? Oh, I'm 30, man. It's too late, or it's too. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I've got a chance to see, like, man, like the older we get, the more we lose our imagination, the more we lose our drive, the more we lose our fantasies and what we see for ourselves in this life. And life takes a toll on us so much. It's like those dreams turn into, I don't want to say reality, but like those dreams turn into just like, that's just a dream. But reality is I gotta get up and work this job. I can't even work on my dream because that's just a dream. You know what I'm saying? So I always try to preach to the kids, like, man, just stay a kid, stay young, stay youthful as long as you can, because that's going, like, your imagination, your mind is going to take you, it's going to allow you to do things you never thought you could do. You know what I'm saying? The older you go through life and the older that things take a toll on you, the more fearful you're going to be to go after what's yours.
Absolutely. What do you think there's any key things that helped you keep that imagination going, keep that, you know what I mean? Because I've seen so many people give up.
Yeah.
So many people let it go. At 25, I've seen people giving up. They think they old at 25.
Right.
You know what I mean? No, so crazy. 25 seems old when you 25. Then when you 30, it's like, You a
Right,
kid,
right,
bro. Like,
right, yep.
what you mean?
Yep.
23? Bro, you in high school. What you talking? It's still like to me, that's how I see it. Like 23. You a little guy. Like, what are you talking about?
Right,
You know?
Right.
But yeah, what do you think helped you stay motivated, still youthful, still, with the imagination?
Once again, man, this is one of those conversations or one of those thoughts or feelings that when I think about it, I can't say anything else but God, bro. Because literally, like I said, I'm so serious about this because it's like I don't know what I did to keep my spirit so high, or to keep my keep a optimistic mindset, or like I can't tell you.
Can't pinpoint.
I really, like because once again, like people would think my life was sweet, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like even people that know me, just because I smile so much and I'm so optimistic about my life, and I've always been this way. You know what I'm saying? People think that I ain't never been through shit in my life.
Right.
And man, I'm still going through stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Absolutely.
still dealing with
me and you both,
real
brother.
life. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, I make this look real good for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's real.
Yeah, it's really real, man. And it's that's something that I pray on all the time. That's something that I'm grateful for. Like I said, I just put my hands together and thank God for it, because I don't know. I don't know how I kept the spirit that I had going through all this stuff and living through all the, man, like I said, it's been crazy, bro. Like I said, you would think that my life would be sweet as much as you see me smile. I remember people used to ask me like, yo, Vinny, like, why are you always smiling? Why are you always smiling? And I used to think that was, I remember once again, perspective. And I was a kid. I never looked at it like this. I remember being in school and people will always see me smiling or laughing or joking around. And like I said, every once in a blue moon, somebody would walk up to me like real serious and be like, yo, like, I just got to ask you something. Like, why are you always so damn happy? Like, why are you always so happy? You know what I'm saying? And I used to always respond and be like, well, there's no reason to be mad. Like, what's the reason to always be mad? You know what I'm saying? And once again, that was just my perspective, because it was like, I'm always going, like, I'm living in the trenches just like everybody else, going through, you know what I mean, bills, things getting cut off, all that, you know what I mean? Like, I've been through all of that too, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I never really just indulged myself in that though. I don't know. It's weird. Like I said, I feel like it's just, I just always just had it. Like I said, I feel like God just spared me, bro. You know what I mean? I think I give credit to my family, you know, because I grew up in a Christian home, in a Christian family, and spiritual, you know. So like I said, when I think about certain things like that, I just think of, once again, all of this stuff is things that's out of my control. I didn't pick who my mom and dad were going to be, or who my family was going to worship or praise, or like, you know, I got to give it all to God, bro, because I didn't do none of this for myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's a good reply. That's a good response.
Word.
Without a doubt. Made me forget my next question. As I'm locked in. I'm like, yo, because it's the absolute truth. I just did an interview with Tierra. You know Tierra Bates? You know what that is? Cloudy Conversations.
I think I know who that is.
Concept, something, one of those. But we just traded out interviews the other day. So she did mine, I did hers. Dope. And she had asked me that. She asked me like, yo, you know, like what do you think it is that like kept that mindset and this and that? Was it like a father, this and that? And I'm like, yo, tell the truth, it was God. It's really, I don't even have an answer. You know, even my wife asked me that, like, how did you become this person given your circumstance? I'm like, there's really no answer. There's God, and then I did work on myself. I did the work He told me to do. Right. You know what I mean? That I need to do on myself. You know, because one thing I live by strongly is He's going to do His part, but I'm required to do my part. Right. He's not going to do my part, and I can't do His part. Right. You know, that's something I live by firmly. So I make sure day by day, it's like, yo, I got to know what my part is, because if I remember church I was going to not too long ago, it said it was always used to say, God's not required to bless anything that's out of order.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to make sure my life is in order. That was like one of the key things this year that I said, yo, you know, sometimes I get busy and I don't pay certain things on time. Mm-hmm. So I think I'm a forgetful person. So it's like, yo, I want to make sure because I want people to pay me on time.
Right.
So I can't be like, all right, I'll get there when I get there. No, I need to know, like, all right, it's the 23rd, not the 24th. I need to pay it on time.
Right.
So it's just like little things like that, you know, that I try to make sure like I'm in order, because what you put out is what you get back. So it's like it's just little things like that, man. I'm not gonna go too far with that, but I feel you on the whole God thing, because certain things you just can't put a finger on it.
Yeah, you really can't.
You can't look at it like it definitely was that.
Yeah, and I'm too real with myself before I gotta be real with y'all. Absolutely. To be like, yeah, I did that. Yeah. Oh, how'd I do that? Oh man, listen, I gave everybody beats and it just happened like that. Nah, bro, I'm not gonna make it seem like that to nobody, bro. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like one day this shit turned up. You know what I'm saying?
Like, yeah, that's dope, man. I like this interview, man. It's the honesty. It's even just the self-awareness, you know, stuff. I love talking to people who's self-aware.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
What do you have any big goals at this moment? Like,
to be honest, at this point now, because this is, once again, I'm living my life for me, dog. You feel me? So a lot of my dreams already came true already. You know what I mean? After I started doing all the stuff that I've been doing, like I said, just personally for me, I think really the last bit of my goals and stuff is, of course, making my kids and my family are super straight for generations, and that's really about it. You know, like music wise, like. The thing that I wanted for myself with music is just to be in the music industry. That's all I ever wanted. So I already did that. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter who I worked with. It don't got to be the number one artist or the number 3,000 artists in the music industry. Like, I'm in this joint, and this is what I wanted to do, and I'm living my dream right now. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, I'm just trying to build on top of what I'm already living on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm not gonna stop. I'm not like, okay, I did it, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm you know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely. All right, we're gonna get ready to close out, man. Any last words you want to leave for the people?
I love y'all, man. For real, I love my city. I love everybody. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that ever been supporting me, that ever been, you know what I mean, supporting your damn selves, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, once again, we talking about spirit a lot. We talking about, you know, our characters and our personalities, and that's something that I understand, and I appreciate everyone out there, and I respect anyone out there too that's, you know, grinding for themselves, their family, and trying to motivate and inspire others to do the same thing. So,
absolutely.
You know, yep.
Where can the people find you?
Instagram, actually all social media, at MacSauce Beats, MacSauceBeats. On Instagram, it's Beats with a Z, Beatz at the end. So
okay, dope. Hey, look, I appreciate this, man. I really do, man.
Yes, sir.
You know, we connected well the first time. You know, we really
really
met, man. So, I appreciate you coming through, man. Taking some time out your day, you know, and coming through and talking to the people and all that, man.
So,
I don't know what else I'm gonna say, but
man, look, I'm gonna give my boy a shout out. Shout out to Hotheads, man. Make sure y'all come through the shop. If y'all don't see the drip in the background, my man got all the drip. You know what I'm saying? He show love to the city. Like I said, the music scene and everything. Come and do your freestyles. Man, come through with my man, bro. For real, Hotheads, bro.
Appreciate that, man.
Most definitely.
That was a good way to end it.
You know.
On that note, make sure y'all comment, like, subscribe. Go follow my man out. You got a YouTube?
Yeah.
Go check out the YouTube, subscribe, all that. Make sure if you watching this and you ain't subscribed, go subscribe. Check out the website, all that good stuff, man. All right, we out of here.